Hey guys, welcome back to another episode at Metali. I'm Ian Nazareth, your host for the day. Today we're going to be talking about what a podcast is and why exactly you should be on one. So let's look at what exactly a podcast is. So a podcast is nothing but a talk show where you have a very specific audience and you have a speaker, and a speaker talks about a very specific topic. A video podcast, on the other hand, is nothing but a podcast on video, so that you get a very rounded experience. You can understand facial expressions, there's a lot more detail, that sort of stuff. Now that we've gotten out what exactly a podcast is, let's look at why a podcast is necessary for you, especially in the Foundry industry. As always, I'd like to give you guys 3 reasons. The first would be globalization. Globalization is nothing but work being shifted offshore. A lot of other countries are looking to outsource their production away from China. You know, we are hearing that sort of stuff all the time. If they are looking to outsource their castings to India, how exactly do they make up their minds as to which foundry to go to? Where exactly to start? How do we ensure that a certain amount of offshoring orders comes to our foundries? One way would be podcasting. The first place they would go would be Google. And since YouTube and Google are both one company, they are both search engine based platforms. That means that if I type something into Google, it's going to show up on YouTube as well. So this type of media, which is search engine based, can be found for maybe 10, 15, 20 years down the line. As long as it's on YouTube, it's going to be found. So that's the benefit of having a podcast. That's the benefit of being and appearing on media. Brands that are looking to outsource their production to India will go online. They will find your brand up, and the first thing that will pop up is an interview that you've done with Metali. So by being on a media platform like YouTube, you can be found for the next 5, 10, 15 years. Your brand has a presence on the internet. That is invaluable. The next one would be the transitional age. We are in a transition age because the next generation is just taking over control from the earlier generation. The earlier generation is now grooming the next younger kin into business, into the workforce. The younger generation knows how to use social media, knows how to use the internet. By having a media presence, we can do 2 things. One is reach out to our customers much easier because they are going to be younger people now. The next would be to attract the best sort of talent. So because our brand exists on the internet, because they can see exactly what we stand for, what our culture is, the young, fresher talent could be attracted to our brand through the internet. So we have a large influx of very, very talented individuals, very, very smart engineers coming to work for our company just because they believe in what our brand is and because we can be found. So the next one would be a way to sort of give back. There are a lot of industry professionals who have worked 50, 40 years, 60 years in the foundry industry right now. They have a wealth of knowledge, a lot of experience to share. And one way they can do that is by joining a podcast like this and by sharing their experience with the younger generation. That would be something that could exceed their lifetime. It could last for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. We would welcome senior veterans in the foundry industry who have been there, done that, as they would say, to get on our show, talk about their stories, talk about their experience in the industry, and leave a passing remark, a comment, or a small hope of advice to the younger generation. Most of these really experienced professionals in the foundry industry need a platform today to share their experience, to share their technical breakthroughs that they have achieved in their careers. And Metali is exactly the sort of platform that they would need, and they have an opportunity to do that right now. Our aim is to be the go-to channel in the foundry industry. One way we're doing that is by posting regular updates on this channel at least every 2 days, and by inviting some of the best guests in the foundry industry. So if you guys stay tuned, you're going to get to see some of the most experienced and sought after guests in the foundry industry on our channel. We already have a couple of you in the pipeline. If you'd like to be on our podcast, we have a simple sign up form on our website that you can just go there, fill in your credentials, and immediately we would reach out to you and schedule a episode with you. Thank you so much, and if you love and believe in what we're doing, feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.